You're watching the Chipotle High School Basketball Nationals on League Ready. And well, this week it is Indianapolis as the basketball capital of the world. And in Fishers, Indiana, just northwest of downtown Indy, it's a matchup in the opening round of Chipotle Nationals between Lake Academy and Wasatch. The 7-10 seed, the winner, gets dynamic prep tomorrow at 8 Eastern Time on ESPNU. And it should be quite the showdown. A rematch of a game we saw back on opening day on November 24th coming your way. Glad to have you with us alongside Trade Epps. I'm Max Toma, and tonight we're going to see two of the most efficient offenses in the entire country in terms of shooting from the floor, shooting from deep too. Both maybe struggle a little bit, have their weaknesses on the glass, but we're going to see a ton of talent on display here tonight.
And especially to that point, Max, so we're going to see a ton of guard play. You look at the guards in this game, Carlos Medlock and Davion Thompson for Link, two of the best guards in the country. On the other side, you have the size of Cottrell Harmon in Junior County, and all four of those guys average 3 or more assists, and so they're willing passers, so other guys got to be able to make shots as well.
We got a ton of seniors you'll see tonight in what should be a very exciting game from the jump, going to play Power 4 basketball next year for some of the best coaches and best programs in the entire country. A lot of guys having incredible final years at the high school level. We start on the Link side of things. 2 changes to this starting 5 from the last time out, but you love these guards, Davion Thompson and Carlos Medlock Jr.
Yeah, they're so smooth, and they're not necessarily going to beat you with their athleticism or their size, but just have really high basketball IQs, always make the right play.
On the other side for Wasatch, Link goes pretty deep. This Wasatch team, those 3 guards are going to be out there almost the entire time. Yeah. And Cottrell Harmon's been the money man with Junior County, the guy going to UConn. There's a good UConn connection in this game we'll get into later, but He is really the straw that stirs the drink.
He is, and to go along with that, you have a dead-eye shooter in Monsieur who's made 43s in the EYBL Scholastic League, which ranked in the top 10.
8th in three-point percentage for Monsieur at 41 on the year, 40 for 97. It's Wasatch in the all-whites. It's Lake Academy in the all-blacks tonight. Lake Academy out of Branson, Missouri. Wasatch from Mount Pleasant, Utah. You were on the call on November 24th, the opening day of the Nike EYBL Scholastic season. These two teams played each other. It was a thriller. Wasatch was down 13, came back, tied it in the fourth quarter. Link ultimately edged out with the victory, 70-66. I think we'd all be thrilled that we had that level of entertainment on display here tonight with much more on the line.
Right, yeah, I'm sure. And that was a long time ago as well. These teams have, switched lineups, and rotations look a lot different, a lot tighter, especially for Wasatch. We only play 6 guys, but it should be a fun one here tonight.
These are 2 of the cleanest offenses in the country. We talked about efficiency, field goal percentage for Wasatch. They're 3rd in the league. Well, their opponent tonight in Link is 1st, and both of these teams are also top 3 in terms of fewest turnovers per game. Their turnover margins are fantastic, so I would expect this to be pretty clean. What's the mindset, though, coming into this? Because first quarter is about to start. Team you face, but not in a long time, knowing that if you win this one, you make it to the quarters.
Well, I think one of the things when you just pointed it out, Max, the fact that both these teams are really efficient offensively. I think a big key is who could be disruptive on the defensive end. So I think defensive pressure on the ball is going to be huge.
We've got some X factors out here tonight, certainly, as well, as we get set to tip things off. Vuk Lazarevic and Tristan Reed, 2 guys rocking number 32, and 2 7-footers virtually out there. Tristan Reed listed at 6'10", but he's a big man down low. Junior County's going to UConn. Tristan Reed's older brother you've probably heard of in the tournament over the last couple of weekends. And Terrace Reed, been dominant for the Huskies in the tournament. And we are off and running from Hamilton Southeastern High School at Fishers, Indiana. Opening round. There's 2 more spots available in the quarterfinals. Those 2 spots will be locked down come the end of the night here just outside of Indy. Step back, fade away, 3 straight away and straight in. Davion Thompson wasting no time, getting going.
In his last 3 games, he shot 55% from 3, making 10 threes during that stretch. Just an isolation one-on-one basketball, knocking it in.
24 points per game last year at Bolingbrook High School outside of Chicago. He was the Chicago Sun-Times Player of the Year as a sophomore. He is a hooper and a pure scorer. Monsieur looking for the answer, can't find it. Skying for the rebound. That's one of the changes to this starting 5 from last game. Taj Ariza, the Oregon commit. And this is a very deep team. We'll see go a handful of guys probably deep onto the bench. Power 4 guys all over the place for Link. Another three, and it falls this time for Carlos Medlock Jr. Back-to-back threes from your two in the backcourt.
Yeah, he's been playing really well over his last three. 20 points per game, over 50% from the field.
Chidi Wigwe with a nice response. The mid-range two. For a man who's still uncommitted, but plenty of quality offers, including two teams who are still alive in the Final Four in Illinois and Michigan. He can improve that stroke and start to shoot more from beyond the arc. Watch out for that guy in a couple of years. Floater comes up well short, ripped away, but it's going to be a foul against Tristan Reed. Mississippi State commit.
I do like the ball pressure that Wasatch is playing with in the first few possessions. Even though Link came out with those 2 threes, I mean, those were tough looks. I mean, highly contested. So, do like the energy, even though Link made their first 2 shots of the game.
Back-to-back threes. Plenty of time, obviously, but quite a couple of possessions to try to absorb with a lot more pressure than you're accustomed to seeing and having on the floor. Monsieur with a rare drive. He was 5 of 8 from 3 last game, 0 of 6 from inside the perimeter, though. Ariza fakes left, goes right, fade away from the elbow is no good. It's a smooth move, though, for a man who just glides into the paint. And another foul on the open floor. This one will go against Trent Perry, 4-star senior from Frisco, Texas, who's bound for Kansas to go join the Jayhawks. He's one of those potential X factors. I think him, maybe, and Chidi Wigwe on the other side. If either one of them has a really above-average type of game, could go a long way.
And I like the prospects of Trent Perry at the next level. I mean, you look at his numbers, he averages less than 7 points per game, but he's just a guy who understands his role, can guard most positions, and brings a lot of energy to the floor.
And with so many scores surrounding him, it's tough to get your own sometimes, right? Especially when you're not one of the primary ball handlers. Armin got cut off, skips it over to Wigwe, penetrates, gives it right back. Armin hangs in the air but can't finish. A great game, 19 points. That was a team high in their loss versus AZ Compass in the Nike UIBL Scholastic Conference Tournament semis. Just 2 points through 2 minutes and 45 seconds for Wasatch.
Look at this denial right here from Wasatch, not allowing a touch.
Thompson from the logo, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's picked up by Tristan Reed. It was 1-on-3, man-possessed bully ball. Tip doesn't go for Perry, but it's going to stay right here with the Lions. Great effort on the offensive glass. That could be a big differentiating factor, too. Link is 10th in the league in offensive rebounds. Wasatch is last. They are 20th of 20. 7.5 offensive rebounds a game. Thompson this time driving all the way in, and a reach-in foul against Manu Monsieur.
And that's what you want to do against Thompson. You want to run him off the line. He's not a proven finisher around the basket, doesn't have the athleticism, can really score the ball in the mid-range and from three-point line, but like to see him improve on that athleticism and get into the rim.
They just kind of lacked in the offense. You think Link hit their first 2 threes, haven't hit anything since. That swirls around it out for Medlock. Junior County, an opportunity to push. Quickly they go the other way, the lob. No finish from Wigwe, but a foul. That should be the second already against Trent Perry.
Because Link is crashing the glass, Wasatch has the opportunity to get out in transition. A great advanced pass to get the ball up the floor, and then you get a 2-on-1, which leads to a foul.
Opportunities in transition could be huge because neither of these teams turn it over much at all. So the chances could be few and far between. Chidi Wigwe, who is only a 49% free throw shooter, even though he is top 10 in terms of field goal percentage. This is one here. 54% shooter from the floor this year for a man who's 6'7" with a 7'2" wingspan. We've always noted him as one of the best athletes in this league, even when he was with Sunrise Christian last year.
And he finished the season off really well, averaged 15 points per game, had a 26-point performance to end the regular season. So really starting to hit his stride on the offensive end.
Averages just over 11 points a game. Is this the start you'd expect with everything hanging on the line, just a little sluggish for both offenses?
Yeah, I think you got to give both defenses a ton of credit. I mean, there's just been energy and effort. And so you feel the nerves and kind of understand as a player kind of what this game means and then the opportunity to be on the biggest stage in high school basketball to advance to the quarterfinals.
Both these teams are top 5 in terms of points allowed per game. Wasatch is first, and they're second in defensive field goal percentage. So two very quality sides that are very organized on the defensive side. And another 3 goes, and it's 3 triples and a 7-point lead for Link.
It was a great read from Tristan Reed, understanding that the double team was coming. One pass away, just a simple look to the passer, and Reed was able to finish it with the 3.
Another empty possession, 1 and done for Wasatch. This looks similar to how that game started on November 24th, where Link was able to have the lead for 3+ quarters, never trailed until that 4th. Dominated the early stages. Thompson probing, working on Harmon, fading away from the elbow. That's no good, and a good tip over to Manu Montiel. Chance to get out and go. Oh, beautiful passing. The layup too strong, though, for Strahinja Zelic. We'll go to the free throw line. Doesn't play a ton of minutes. Didn't play in their last game. 4-star sophomore from Serbia who's got offers from Illinois and Kansas State and East Carolina.
This seems right now for Wasatch kind of like a grenade in their hands. It seems very rushed and a little bit chaotic on the offensive end. They're playing really good defense, providing ball pressure, extra effort. Just like to see them kind of execute in the half court a little bit.
Averages 1.3 points per game on the season. Had not attempted a free throw. Young kid, just a sophomore, could be potentially bound for Champaign in a couple of years. Certainly he'll have an eye on their Final Four game against UConn, as we all will. 9-3 start. 3:08 to go in this opening quarter. Good high-low pass. And a foul against Zelic on the other end, drawn by Tristan Reed, the senior out of St. Louis.
And I like them attacking Zelic on the offensive end. Make the sophomore work. See what he's made of in this high-pressure, big-game situation against a proven senior.
Another deep 3 hoisted, a little bit short there from Medlock. Harmon with the bounce pass up ahead. Montiel going 1-on-2 in transition. And it's ripped away, and a chance in transition the other way. Medlock gonna pull up again. No good. Strong rebound by Cottrell Harmon. Body's hitting the deck on every missed shot. Harmon trying to get it going. Won't get an assist there, but the bucket goes for Vuk Lazarevic. It has been hard to come by offensively for Wasatch, and any chance they have to get out and go, they just look a little disjointed.
They do, and just rush. I mean, one pass, no pass, 1 against 3 basketball. It's not a healthy recipe. Wasatch is able to force a turnover on the other end, but you've got to be able to execute something offensively, get the ball moving from side to side.
Wasatch generally a team that likes to slow things down. They're 10th in the league at scoring, even though they are the best shooting team from the floor. 29.6%, just under 50% mark. Junior County hasn't gotten started yet. Lazarevic with the little float game just pushes it home.
Does you have to guard Montiel about 25 feet away from the basket. Because of his ability to shoot the 3, he's able to attack the closeout and make a beautiful find for the easy deuce.
Lazarevic, the lefty big man, does have a very soft touch around the rim. Ariza with the high archer. And it's a lot of tough, contested, deep shots here for Link in the first quarter. Chance to tie or take the lead for Wasatch after the slow start. Montiel really running the show for this offense right now. Spinning at the free throw line and gives it up. Cameron Barnes with the pressure. Ariza the other way. The Euro step and the lay-in with the left hand.
Again, for Wasatch, it's just a lot of tough spacing situations, driving into multiple guys.
Lazarevic with the extra pass into the corner. It's short for Montiel. 7 minutes gone by. What stood out to you so far?
I think the nerves. I mean, I think on both sides. I mean, the shot selection has been questionable. You talk about the guards of both of these teams. It's interesting to see how they settle into this one.
Medlock, that's a tough shot, too. 4-point lead for Link after the Medlock miss. Now he's on the floor and a jump ball. Medlock, one of two guys on this Lions squad that's bound for East Lansing and Michigan State, and this could be scary for Contrell Harmon. This is not a deep team. He had a team-high 19 points last game. He was huge against Link in their first meeting, put up 23 points.
Yeah.
And is going to Creighton, but right now he is holding that right leg. I'm hoping he can maybe get a breather for 41 seconds and then use that quarter break. It gives an opportunity for Manawini-Tana, who's really their spark plug off the bench. County, great defense from Ariza. Skates through the lane and finishes it off the window.
He's not the quickest guy on the court, but he has an ability to drive through contact, even when it appears that he's cut off. Does a really good job of pushing through, and sometimes it's for the mid-range. On that one, it's there for the floater.
Great footwork, kind of makes up for his maybe lack of speed. Off the foot, and a turnover for Davion Thompson. Chance for Wasatch to hold for the last shot with 6 seconds to go.
Good double team right there from Winnie-Tana to make Davion Thompson a little bit uncomfortable with the basketball there with the pressure.
Winnie-Tana shoots 48% from deep coming off the bench, but this time he probes all the way in and gives it right back. Back-to-back turnovers. And off this opening quarter, it's a low-scoring one. A slow start for both offenses, but the defenses have just locked it down here early. Link's got a 2-point lead after 8 minutes here at Fishers.
Chicken Al Pastor is back at Chipotle, where fire meets flavor, where heat meets pineapple sweet, where chicken meets the sizzle of the grill, and where fans meet their favorite. Chicken Al Pastor, where fire meets flavor.
Elite high school hoops all season long, streaming from the top tournaments and showcases across the country.
Who kicks it out? Fowler, three-pointer. Count it at the buzzer. We are live from Hofstra University.
The 5-for-5 Hoop Fest on League Ready.
With 3 minutes remaining, Harper gets the steal. Harper goes by James and jams it.
Cross-court pass. Here's Rob Wright. 2-on-1 for the slam.
Catch it all live on League Ready YouTube.
Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. 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 Everybody got choices.
Chipotle High School Basketball Nationals are delivered by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle for real. Well, certainly the defenses have been for real from the tip until the end of that first quarter. Wait for Link. They hit a couple of threes right out of the gate. What do they need to get going to get some better shots?
I mean, I think just settling in. I think a lot of it is individual from the neck up. It's just kind of being able to kind of slow down a little bit, execute offensively, and just kind of let your game speak for yourself.
Winnie-Tana gives way to County. Seal trying to drive down the baseline, gets cut off. Weegley inside, stripped on the way up, kept it alive. And there is Winnie-Tana, 48% shooter from deep. He had 12 points last time versus Lake, and he gives Wasatch their first lead. He can give them impactful, positive minutes, especially with Contrell Harmon potentially dealing with an injury. So that's the first personal of the quarter against the Tigers. And Harmon is going to come back in. Weegley will get a spell on the bench, and that's a good sign if you're a Wasatch fan.
I mean, because, Harmon averages a little bit under 11 points, but, he's a guy who averages 5.5 assists per game. So he's so vital to the playmaking and getting other guys open shots.
That's right. He's fourth in the league in minutes, too. Just under 31 played per game. Thompson way out there. Shot clock at 15. Around the perimeter, this trip down the floor. Barnes' bounce pass is kicked out of play. For what it's worth, Junior County leads the league in minutes. 32.3 a game. That is the Bennett Sturts of the Nike YBL Scholastic.
He really struggled in the quarterfinals against AZ Compass. 6 points, 2 of 10 from the field, 1 of 8 from 3. You get an and 1 3 from Medlock in the left corner.
Hit that 3 right away. Hadn't scored since. The cans a deep one from the corner. Wasn't given any room to land either.
They call offensive?
It's against Winnie-Tana.
Oh, okay.
You do get a little thought in your head when you see everybody going back the other way.
I thought him going backwards. I was like, what's going on here?
Nowadays, you do see that called more where the legs come out, but I don't think that was the case here. Big time 3, though, for Medlock, who's got 6 points, and now 7. One of 2 players on the team, him and Ethan Taylor, found for Michigan State, and then we'll see one later on in the nightcap. 3 not too close for Monsignor, so this is going to stay right here as Kristen Reed was right on the baseline, but it sounds like Tom Izzo is in the building tonight, rightfully so. He's got 3 seniors coming his way next year that are going to be on display today. An opportunity to come see them live against the best talent in the country. It's been a little sloppy for Wasatch. And they usually play such a pretty brand offensively. Move it well. Great facilitators.
Yeah.
A lot around the perimeter with all these guards out there. Harmon driving strong. Kicks it all the way across. Winnie-Tana's got another one.
Winnie-Tana's one of those shooters where he doesn't need to dip the basketball. He can catch it straight from his chin and go straight up into his shooting motion. Such a huge advantage for a shooter.
The junior from New Zealand has 6 points off the bench. Big time answer on the other side for Taj Ariza. He's got 2 threes as well.
Taj Ariza had a really good end to the season.
Junior County no good. Ariza couldn't pluck it out of the air, but Reed does. Now the pace starting to quicken a little bit. Ariza trying to do it himself and draw the foul. No whistle came though. And now it does, and it's against Taj Ariza.
Ariza was trying to draw contact as he got County up in the air, but does a really good job of County kind of avoiding him on the way down. And so then Ariza was just off balance shooting that mid-range jump shot.
Ariza was 4 of 8 from the floor last game, 8 points. Team high 7 rebounds in 24 minutes. For a guy who averages just under 6.5 points a game. He's already got 8. Gives up by 3. With active hands, Trent Perry just loves to hop in passing lanes. This guy is very skilled on this end of the floor.
And at the next level, that's how you get minutes. Is doing stuff that doesn't necessarily show up on the stat sheet. Being a really good defender, guarding multiple positions, being a hustle, the energy guy.
I mean, he is 6'6" right now and guarding Vuklasaric.
Yeah.
They're not playing with a ton of size with that matchup. It was a switch, so.
Because how many times in college basketball where you see the big man gets in foul trouble and now you got to play small ball? Well, he's a guy that you could insert into the lineup that can guard an opposing big.
Winnie-Tana driving in. Harmon right back on the give and go. Winnie-Tana, a third 3 of the opening half.
That was a Steph Curry 3 where you get a drive and kick, and he continues his movement towards that left corner and relocates, and Link just lost him.
You've been watching a lot of March Madness. How often do they talk about Caravan being a great cutter?
Yeah.
Winnie-Tana gets rid of it and then just gets right back open. Oh, the deep 3 and the answer. Davion Thompson is feeling it. And we're exchanging haymakers here at Hamilton Southeastern High School.
Davion Thompson is just one of those players that has no range. I mean, he can shoot the ball from pretty much anywhere as he crosses half court. Just has an effortless shooting motion, smooth lefty stroke. You gotta be at the point of attack when he catches the basketball.
14 points last game, had 2 threes on 3 tries. Already 2 of 3 from deep with 6 points in this one. Now the threes are starting to fall. Wasatch shoots it. They're the only team in the league in the 20 that shoots over 40% from deep. But just a great dish and then just keep running.
Well, we see Steph Curry do that so much where, you know, he'll drive to the basket, kick it out, and then his teammates are looking for him on a relocation because the defense has shifted right? Playing the painted area, being in the help side position. So it's so easy to lose the shooter who just drove to the basket as they relocate, and that's what Winnie just did.
Is that something you're coached to do, or is that instinctual?
There's a lot of drill work that goes around that. Like a lot of times, if you go to a high-level practice, they'll work on what's called like a drive and kick drill, where you get multiple paint touches and guys are continuously moving, and then you get 2 or 3 shots with the coach passing to one, a player passing to the other. So it's something that's drilled at the higher levels.
Every time Wasatch is taking the lead or tied it, Link's had a great response. This time the answer comes from Lazarevic, soft off the window. Back to a 1-point game.
That was all set up just because of the fact that Winnington has already made 3 threes in this game. And so you have to come out on the catch as he's coming off that pin down. And Lazarevic is wide open underneath the basket.
Thompson, they're guarding him all the way out by the logo now. Shot clock down to 5. Oh, a shove off and a late whistle, and it's going to go against Thompson. With that arm extended.
Yeah, it was. That's what I talk about with him. It's kind of an inability to get a straight blow by. As you look at it again, it's a one-on-one situation, right? And the clock, not able to get by there, not able to get by there, and then has to use that forearm. And I think that's really the next evolution of his game, is his explosiveness, his commitment to the weight room and speed and agility.
He's a junior on a team that is chock full of seniors going to play Power 4 basketball. And Junior County will go to the free throw line here. Not just 2 points. I mentioned his struggles down the stretch of the season, only 6 points. He was 2 of 10 from the floor and 1 for 8 from deep in that 9-point loss versus AZ Compass. Day in which they only shot 37%. And they were 55%, 11 of 20 from the line. We're gonna get the friendly bounce here. We stay level at 21. A little backcourt pressure here from Wasatch. Well, the defense has really ruled the day in that opening quarter. The offenses have gotten it going. We've seen some guys catch fire from deep. Now it looks like more comfortability than nerves out here for both these teams. Having to flow better. Reed draws the foul on Lazarevic.
I like the balance right now that Link has of throwing the ball inside, putting the ball in the hands of their guards. I like them feeding Tristan Reed, see if they can get their in some foul trouble possibly.
And a 5-second call. It's another turnover for Link. They only turn it over 9 times a game, tied for the best mark in the entire league. Four turnovers here so far. Montiel puts it on the deck. There's Perry's sublime defense again. Oh, what a look-ahead pass. Luca Foster with the flush. Trent Perry with the theft and then the dime.
Good job of Foster running the floor. And now we see Link really pressuring the basketball, forcing a turnover. As we take a look, really good defensive energy and effort from Link, and then a beautiful bounce pass to a finish for Foster.
Foster, the senior, who's committed to Gonzaga. He's coming off the bench now. Only going to start him, but he did not score in 14 minutes last game.
Yeah.
And didn't play in this one until the second quarter. There's just so much depth, and you can just kind of ride the hot hand depending on who's got it going. And another turnover. I believe that's 3 in the last 5 trips down the floor.
And that's where spacing is so important when they send 2 to the ball on those high ball screens, which I would imagine that Wasatch is going to continue to do with Medlock and Thompson. They got to be able to retreat, dribble, and find that outlet pass, whether it's a short roll or the next man over.
Both teams are shooting at 60% from deep. Link is 6 of 10. Wasatch is 3 of 5. Wasatch, the best three-point shooting team in the country percentage-wise. Like EYBL Scholastic, though they don't shoot a ton. Trying to tie or take the lead. Harmon going right at Foster. Dangerous pass. Tipped into the corner. There's a Hail Mary for Monsiel. And the other way, all the way in. To the free throw line for Davion Thompson.
Good job of Thompson going straight line to the basket, cutting off defenders as they're trying to get into position to be in front of them. Thompson didn't allow that. He was able to carve out that angle and draw the foul.
Thompson top 20 in the league at free throw percentage at 79%. Second on the team with 13.6 points per game, trailing only Carlos Medlock Jr., who's up towards 17 points a contest. The lead is back to 4. Right now, where does Wasatch go for offense? Because outside of a few threes from Winnie Tana, nobody else on the floor has really gotten it going. And right now, Winnie Tana's on the bench.
It's got to be Harmon or County. Those are the guys that have carried you all year long.
County no good off the window. Tipped away, stays right here. Harmon right back. Junior County in the corner. No good on the three. There's Harmon again. Had some space, navigates into the lane, but swatted away by Tristan Reed. Perry the extra pass, shot fake, relocation dribble, trading the triple. Davion Thompson's got it going. He's got a game high 14.
And Thompson had not scored more than 14 points over his last 4 ball games. He's a guy who averages about 14 per. Already has 14 here in the first half.
I think it was quick on the trigger there. 11 points. He's got 3 triples.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
28-21, and what a sequence that was, because struggled a little bit on the defensive glass, but as soon as they got it going, that was some fluid offense. And when you've got that man at Davion Thompson who's feeling it, he is so lethal.
He is. I mean, he's so smooth with his release on the jump shot and can shoot it from anywhere on the floor. Has NBA-type range.
Right back up to a 7-point lead for the Lions. Wasatch had slowly chiseled their way back in it. But now, all of a sudden, I mean, I think this look says it all. They have just kind of had the energy zapped from them. They are really struggling to find any kind of offense.
I think the challenge for Coach Peterson is how can he get Junior County to trail Harmon in positions on the floor, especially in the half court, to be successful. And I think you got to kind of try to switch up a little bit of what you're running in the half court, whether they have a size advantage somewhere through a post up, just getting the ball in different spots of the floor so they can be a little bit more successful.
Paul Peterson in his 6th year guiding this Wasatch Academy team. They were a 9 seed last year. The Chipotle Nationals made the quarterfinals, lost to Columbus. Great backdoor pass out of the break, but Junior County lost it on the way up. It was their 7th turnover of the first half. Now a chance to add on. Medlock hits the screen from Reed. Luca Foster's going to let it fly. And a strong rebound and put back dunk from Reed. That's a grown man finish.
Lazarevich kind of fell asleep on that one. The action didn't go his way, and he did not do a good job of boxing out Reed, and Reed made him pay.
Biggest lead so far for Link. Up to 9 in the waning seconds of this first half. County with the bigger man Reed on him. Lost the ball for a second. Gets to the free throw line. That's too strong. Tipped around, and Reed there to clear it again.
How about Reed staying in front of County on that one-on-one situation where County thought he had a mismatch, wasn't able to create much separation.
Lake has led basically the whole first half, just like they did back on November 24th. Medlock going at Monsiel. Hangs in the air. The scoop shot doesn't go. And that is how the first half will conclude. Lake shoots at 42%. They hit 7 threes That is above their average per game. They did it in just 16 minutes.
How about this high-low situation? Reed doesn't get the ball, but initial one, but he was able to be the beneficiary off the offensive rebound.
6 rebounds in that first half for Tristan Reed is plus-minus +11. And his team right now is up 30-21 at the break.
Build your own Chipotle is the easiest way to serve a group.
A mini Chipotle experience at home.
It feeds 4 to 6 people.
We have a lot of food here.
Lots of protein, rice and beans.
Everybody can make whatever they want, and there's plenty to go around.
Absolute game changer.
Elite high school hoops all season long, streaming from the top tournaments and showcases across the country.
Who kicks it out? Fowler three-pointer. Count it at the buzzer. We are live from Hofstra University.
The 5-for-5 Hoop Fest on League Ready.
With 3 minutes remaining, Harper gets the steal. Harper goes by James and jams it.
Cross-court pass. Here's Rob Wright. 2-on-1 for the slam.
Catch it all live on League Ready YouTube.
Introducing Chipotle's new high-protein menu with real chicken, grilled fresh, no antibiotics, no fillers, ever. Starting at $3.50, packed with protein, Chipotle's new high-protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
Build your own Chipotle is the easiest way to serve a group.
A mini Chipotle experience at home.
It feeds 4 to 6 people.
We have a lot of food here.
That's a pro.
Night for Link. Pretty even in the turnovers and rebounding department, but obviously a huge difference has been from the perimeter, where 7 threes already above their season average per game for the folks from Missouri.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a struggle for Wasatch on the offensive end. And, you know, you look at the numbers, 35% from the field, but to Link's credit, they've done a really good job of speeding Wasatch up. And they've really done a good job of making open threes as well. 7 of 12 from 3. Only 3 of 12 from the 2-point range, but really dominant half from the 3-point line.
That's kind of funky. What does that tell you about the 2-point selection we've seen so far? Because outside of the dunk, there's been some tough mid-range contested shots.
It just shows you the skill level. I mean, obviously Davion Thompson has 3 threes. Medlock has 2. I mean, this time of year, it's all about guards and the playmaking because, you know, everybody is scouted well. You know each other's tendencies. You're well seasoned on the defensive end. So it's all about what you can do from a skill set standpoint, kind of creating your own.
One of the biggest surprises so far is a reach-it foul against Monsignor just seconds into the second half. It's the fact that Wasatch's bench is actually outscoring Lynx 9-2. And really, you could argue the man keeping Wasatch in this game is Manu Winitana.
Yeah.
His 3 threes. He's got all 9 bench points. A great inbounds play and an easy look for Tristan Reed. That's just a great call on a set play, and now it's into double figures, the lead for the first time. Chad Myers in his second season coaching this Link team. They also had a quarterfinals loss last year. Entered Chipotle Nationals as the number 2 overall seed before what you could call an early exit. County probing, kicks it to Weegway, driving the baseline. Lost it on the way up. Link doing such a great job of just protecting the rim and getting compact on that defense. Taja Riso with some little flair on the dribble there. He just pack it in when you drive down the baseline and pretty much double you every time and cut off that lane.
For Wasatch, if they want a chance to be in this game, they need Harmon and County to play better. I mean, it's as simple as that. 1 of 9 combined from the field.
Davion Thompson, bucket and the foul. His first 2-point field goal, and now he's got a chance to get to 14 from the free throw line.
What happens is when you've made a couple threes, now the defense has to pressure the basketball more, and it's just a beautiful, quick move. Driving into the middle of the floor, not as much help side there. Good spacing offensively for Link, and a nice little Euro around the defender for the and 1.
Off the heel, Weegway tips it back to County. With just 3 points combined between Cottrell Harmon and Junior County.
And how about this? 1 of 16 combined between Harmon, County, and Monsignor. It's not going to get it done.
And those are your 3 primary ball handlers and scorers. I mean, Monsignor was 0 for 7. Winitana's in there right now. He's really been the only spark outside of some layups at the rim from Vuk Lazarevic. You can make the case that it's almost surprising they're only down by 13.
Yeah.
County all the way in, finishes with the right hand. It can be big for him and his team going forward. They need more looks from their best players.
And that one, be able to attack the mismatch. I like the quick attack, not doing too much, a quick move and explode to the basket.
Redlock no good, but Harmon tips it right back out, and it stays with Link. I think this was a shot clock issue, which it did not reset. But it's a team that's built and bred Wasatch on their guard play, and their guard play, at least shooting-wise tonight, I'm not sure it could be much worse. You saw Junior County up close. We both did in November and December and January. Yep. He was one of the best players in this league. UConn commit. He's hoping to go to a team that's about to win their third national title in the last 4 seasons. Strong tank. I mean, he's at his best when he's getting to the elbow or getting downhill to the cup.
And think about that. It was a quick move. It was a between the legs hesitation, quick explosion to the basket. Not trying to do too much, not dancing with the basketball. You had the speed advantage against Tristan Reed, who's 6'10", and just a quick blow by, no help side present, using that same hand, same side finish for the easy deuce.
(34-23) as things stand. Got clock at 26 as we resume. Perry, quick look inside for Reed. Had it poked away for a moment. Reverse layup short. What a foul.
And that's called a rip screen, where you get your big starting from the opposite elbow, and then you get a guard to set a screen to the same side block, which is on that possession was the right block, and poor communication there from Wasatch. Link has run that a handful of times, and most of the times have gotten something good off of that action.
First trip to the line for Reed tonight. He was only a 46% free throw shooter. That splits the pair. Got 5 points and 6 rebounds. Go with 3 blocks. A very solid night for him down low. Haven't seen Ethan Taylor in the game yet. And a foul and a turnover against Wasatch.
Like Lazarevich started to roll to the basket as Wanitana's defender was still trying to get through the screen. That's going to be a foul every time because you're still technically setting the screen.
Really extending this defense. And another foul. And a nickel and dimer.
Defensively, you look at it for Wasatch. I mean, this is a Link team that scores almost 68 points per game. I mean, to hold them to 35 points at this point of the game is pretty solid. So that hasn't really been the defensive end that's been an issue. It's the offensive end. So a technical foul, it appears.
Yeah, that was a foul to get into the bonus, and then a tech to boot against Paul Peterson, it looked like. So down 12. I mean, nothing's really been going their way all night long. You think this is just trying to create a spark and some kind of momentum just to light a fire under these guys?
I think so. That very well could be intentional of just trying to spark something amongst his guys.
And Wasatch is 13-4 in the league this year. Lake is 11-4. Both teams have only lost to 3 teams in the league. They both lost to the same team twice. Wasatch was taken down by AZ Compass twice in the last month. Their first loss of the year, 70-66 against this Link Academy team. A lot has changed, obviously, since they met around Thanksgiving. But they pretty much trailed all of that game until they came back and tied it in the fourth quarter. They trailed by as many as 13 on that night. They have trailed by as many as 14 here today.
And if they want to get back in this one, I feel like a broken record, but I mean, Monsignor, Harmon, County, those guys are going to have to play a lot better. I mean, 2 of 17 from the field, no field goals right now from Monsignor or Harmon. And this is what, you know, postseason basketball is all about. It's your best guys, the brightest stage, being able to make plays.
First it was the free throws for the tech, and now for the personal too. But Perry goes 1 for 2. So biggest lead of the night It's the biggest lead in either game. These two teams have faced off against each other in 38-23. How does the complexion of a team change when your stars really have not shown up to this stage?
Well, because the thing about these guys is they're not just scorers. They're guys that can distribute. I mean, you talk about a guy like Wanitana. He's a beneficiary off the playmaking of Cottrell Harmon or Junior County. I mean, County averages about 3.5 assists. Harmon averages 5.5 assists. I mean, that's 9 assists per game, which is quite a bit for a high school team for your backcourt. So, I mean, it not only affects like your team and being able to get offensive production from those main guys when they're not confident, they're not creating for anybody else either.
Right now, Wasatch is averaging a bucket about every 2 minutes. They have 9 made field goals in 18 minutes and now 15 seconds. This has already been a very beneficial possession for Link with the free throws. Chance to get a bucket too. Ariza hangs in the air. So Harmon goes the other way, and Vuk Lazarevic with some heavy contact. And now it's just frustration boiling over. You can ill afford this with the massive hole.
And it's a play that's really far away from the ball. I mean, Wasatch at that point is already in transition, and you know, you're 20 or 30 feet away from the basketball. Just no need for that.
It is also Lazarevic's 4th foul. Bad insult to injury, so Starina Zelic is right back in there, a man who does not play many minutes. Came off the bench for less than 60 seconds earlier, missed a couple of free throws.
I'd imagine Link is going to try to target him. Right now he's guarding the ball against Thompson, but I would imagine whoever's man is guarding it, or excuse me, whoever is on offense with him on D, they're going to try to attack that matchup.
15-point lead and the ball. Had the momentum seemingly all night long. Wasatch only led for a grand total of 25 seconds so far. The task is just growing by the possession, it feels like. Perry pressured by Harmon. Gets by the defender, lost it. Got it back, shot clock at 10. Left-handed shot, the floater. Oh, it's nasty from Carlos Medlock.
The degree of difficulty on that shot.
Harmon swatted away. The 4th block tonight for Reed. Quickly the other way, Trent Perry, the Euro, and the finish. Biggest lead of the night. It's up to 19. And now Wasatch in a heaping of hurt. They're picking up the pace too. County, they need this 3 to go. It's short. Wigwe is there, and the putback falls. Look ahead pass. Wasatch didn't get back. And Reed maybe wisely kicks it back out.
This is where you're Link. You want to take the air out of the basketball and take up as much clock as you get a turnover there on a moving screen. But there's no rush, especially when you have really good guards. You can eat some time on the shot clock, and then the last 10 seconds, let those guys make plays in isolation situations or off of pick and rolls.
It was a 12-2 start to this 3rd quarter before that Wigwe bucket. A couple of subs come in for Link. No matter what lineup they've gone with, it has worked. Ethan Taylor coming in off the bench here. And with Cameron Barnes. Foul going against the Lions and Carlos Medlock. That's his 2nd foul. Team's 3rd in this 3rd. Only 25 points for a team that came in 3rd in field goal percentage, 1st in 3-point percentage. They have been stuck in the mud.
One of the things to think about too is these teams, some of these players aren't used to playing this long of a season. I mean, this is April, right? I mean, normal high school seasons, you get a tough finish and first field goal for Cottrell Harmon. It usually ends, you know, early, maybe mid-March. I mean, you're playing basketball until April, so the toll that your body has at this point is definitely taking effect.
Davion Thompson got all the way in, couldn't convert. Lamont Seal had a foot out of bounds. It took until about 2.5 quarters in for Cottrell Harmon to get his first field goal. And Manu Monsiel still is field goal-less. I mean, like you've talked about, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, when your best trio of players just has not been able to produce anything offensively, I mean, you're going to have quite the trouble trying to figure out a win.
Because there's no plan B to counteract that. I mean, offensively, what do you do when your primary playmakers aren't making plays?
Reach-in foul. I'll go against Cottrell Harmon. Oh, more free throws here. 3:36 to go in the third. And a chance for Carlos Medlock to add to his total. Try to get to double figures if he can hit one of these free throws. 75% free throw shooter. The team's leading scorer at just under 17 a game. Averaged 25 last year at Wayne Memorial. Won a state title up in the state of Michigan. He'll stay and go to Michigan State. 18 points along 30 minutes last game. Their 5-point loss to Spire in the second round of the conference tournament. They made 5 threes that game. They averaged about 6.8 per game. They had 7 here tonight at halftime. Big reason why they have the 17-point advantage. And Winnie Tana checks it away.
How about the recruiting job of Link? I mean, you go out and get the best guard, arguably, in Illinois, and then the best guard, arguably, in Michigan to be your backcourt.
Winnie Tana with the interception, goes coast to coast. And a trip from Manu Winnie Tana to the free throw line where he is an 83% shooter. Just feels like without him, they would be lost tonight.
Yeah.
He is their leading scorer. 9 points in 10 minutes.
And I don't know what his college trajectory is. I mean, he doesn't have any recorded interest or offers, but I mean, for a low major, maybe even a mid major, I mean, that's a guy that I would definitely take a look at. Somebody who's a quick release on his jump shot, and shoot 48% from 3, plays with energy, high IQ. It's definitely a winning type of basketball player.
You look at Manu Monsiel, who's going to Stephen F. Austin, a couple inches taller. They shoot it pretty similar, though, the mark from beyond the arc. Lob blocked away by Harmon. Harmon forces the turnover, now goes the other way for the layup and the foul. Exactly what Wasatch needed. Davion Thompson was in disbelief that he got whistled for the foul there.
I think the one thing right now that can allow Wasatch back into this basketball game is if Link commits live ball turnovers like that. Because now you're creating easy 2-on-1 opportunities. And then that's going to domino because now guys like Harmon or Monsiel are going to see the ball go through the rim and have more confidence in the half court.
Now their missed free throw. There are 4 of 8, 50% on the night. And now we will see, should be free throws on the other end. Harmon picks up the foul. Compound the miscue of missing the free throw. So far, Link is 9 of 12 at the line. They're shooting it better from the floor, from deep, and from the charity stripe. Between the technical foul and just a slew of personals and some ill-advised ones that have come in the backcourt. It's been a free throw fest. Harry at 4 points. He splits another pair. Winitana lost it. Here comes Trent Perry right at you. Could not hit the layup, and it goes the other way.
Again, who is it? It's Winitana just making a play on the ball. It looks like an easy transition layup for Perry. Just in a high IQ play, getting in his way without fouling, and alters the course of that shot.
45-31. Let's take a look at tonight's Chipotle Players Spotlight and Carlos Medlock Jr. We talked about in the open. Sitting on 11 points right now, number 47 in the SC Next Top 100. We got a bowl with white and brown rice. Love the combo always. Black beans, corn, sour cream, lettuce, and the side of vinaigrette. That is the X factor. Trey, I know you and I are both a huge fan of that.
Yes, sir. And I like the combo of the white and brown rice. I didn't even know that was an option.
It'll get you more rice.
Okay.
Every time.
Okay.
You do combo beans, combo rice.
You just unlocked something for me.
I hope the higher ups are learning right now and listening.
Yeah, but I don't need more carbs. I definitely could probably go lower on the rice.
You could at least double up the beans though.
There.
If you go both beans, you'll get a little more beans. We're all here to learn today. Up by 14. Lake about 10.5 minutes away from a trip to the quarterfinals again. Backdoor cut from Winitana. Kicks it to Monseal. 0 for on the day, and he finally hits. Started 0 of 7. Deficit now just at 11. It's been as big as 19. Oh, good fake off the glass. It's smooth from Carlos Medlock.
How about against the trap, Medlock flashing to the open spot of the floor so Davion Thompson could hit him.
Harmon inside Weigway. And now they're starting to get successful trips in tandem back-to-back.
I feel like if Wasatch can just cut this to maybe 7, that puts all the pressure on Link.
They're starting to get a couple of buckets in a row. Can they get some stops too? 95 seconds left in the third. Deficit just 11. No foul. Bodies on the floor. County comes away with it. And here's Monseal. Just hit his first shot of the day. Harmon downhill. Weigway trying to rock the rim. Fouled on the way up by Ethan Taylor. That is a smart foul at that though.
Yeah.
Because you hack a man who's less than a 50% free throw shooter when he had an easy dunk.
But you're starting to see the pep in Wasatch's step right now. And just the confidence starting to surge on the offensive end. Just being a little bit more instinctive, executing in half court.
The last few trips down the floor look more like the Wasatch team we've seen all year.
Yeah.
They run a very smooth show offensively. They're within 10 now.
That's the other thing about postseason basketball. You talk about, March Madness, even though now we're in April, is, anything can happen. The game is never open. We've seen some incredible things, and a lot of players that are going to be playing in March Madness in this one and our next one as well.
2 huge free throws from Ed, who shoots 49%, but they don't stop the ball, and the layup goes for Medlock. Lackadaisical defense. Link has outscored Wasatch 19-17 in this third quarter. County fakes, shoots, and scores. Junior County finally getting it going now. The Stars for Wasatch. That's his first 3. He's got 8 points. You said Wasatch would like to get it down to 7. Well, a stop at a bucket, and they'd be under that mark. Can they stop Medlock? Cottrell Harmon picks his pocket. Bounce pass up ahead. Junior County gets the bucket. It's down to 6.
Wow. And again, it's the live ball turnovers. You cannot afford a live ball turnover. You got to get a shot up, or if you're going to turn the ball over, at least let it go out of bounds.
Where has this come from? It is a 20-7 run. Wasatch within 2 possessions trying to get a stop to end the corner. Taja Reza spinning, hangs in the air, no good. Tipped around, good if it goes. It's off the glass, and Link is up by 6, but Wasatch has some juice finally in this opening round matchup.
It's been defense to offense, really good 2-on-1 basketball for Wasatch. Now we got ourselves a ball game in Indiana.
Chicken Al Pastor is back at Chipotle, where fire meets flavor, where heat meets pineapple sweet, where chicken meets the sizzle of the grill, and where fans meet their favorite. Chicken Al Pastor, where fire meets flavor.
Elite high school hoops all season long, streaming from the top tournaments and showcases across the country.
Who kicks it out? Fowler three-pointer. Count it at the buzzer. We are live from Hofstra University.
The 5-for-5 Hoop Fest on League Ready.
With 3 minutes remaining, Harper gets the steal. Harper goes by James and jams it.
Cross-court pass. Here's Rob Wright. 2-on-1 for the slam.
Catch it all live on League Ready YouTube.
Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. 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 Everybody got choices.
Chipotle High School Basketball Nationals are delivered by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle, for real. Well, Trey, all of a sudden, we got ourselves a game.
Sir.
It was a 19-point lead for Lincoln, 1 point in that third. With 8 minutes left, it is a 2-possession game. What has been the catalyst here for the comeback?
Well, Wasatch has been really steady and have competed on the defensive end all night. And now it's just a matter of them being able to execute, especially when they've been able to force some tough shots, long rebounds or turnovers, and make some of those good reads in transition. I really feel like has been the difference.
Both teams exactly 16 of 35 from the floor. That's 46%. Trell Harmon trying to turn the corner on Reed. Another good double. And a foul. And Tristan Reed defending all the way out at the three-point line. Big senior center picks up his third foul. Fouls played a major factor for Wasatch in that third quarter, not only with all the free throws that Link attempted, but with Luke Lazarevich picking up that fourth foul. Really, most of the comeback happened with him on the bench. But do they still have the legs in them to continue this rally? Well, there's a turnover. Luca Foster gave it right back. Sloppy start to this fourth. On seal, Stephen F. Austin commit. Usually a lights-out shooter, top 10 percentage-wise from deep in the league. Just hit his first shot of the day. Find it over to County, working on Thompson. Trell Harmon gonna hoist, no good. The putback try will send Chidi Wigwe to the free throw line. It's a possession that was going nowhere.
Yeah,
a bailout offensive rebound, and there is Tom Izzo. It looks like potentially some of his staff there as well. Keeping an eye on guys like Carlos Medlock and Ethan Taylor.
I love what Izzo has said recently, just in terms of like if he feels like he doesn't have everything in him to continue to recruit and coach at a high level, he's going to stop. But even at his age and all the years and experience that he has, continuing to be a voice for the game, to have run such a, I mean, one of the great programs in all of college basketball. I mean, he is one of the best in all of sports.
He had some great quotes in a presser last week, and it was even great to just hear and take a peek behind the curtain inside the locker room after their win that sent him to the Sweet 16. Actually just broke during this game that Bill Self is also going to continue on at Kansas and come back and be on the sideline again next year. We got a 4-point game here. Barnes working inside over the top of Montseal. Exchanging buckets here early on in the fourth. The winner plays tomorrow in the quarterfinals, 8 Eastern time against Dynamic Prep, the 2 seed out of Texas. Winnie-Tana with some bully ball. Oh, the little man doing it down low.
And Davion Thompson is calling for help, but I mean, that's a one-on-one post-up. You can't rely on that baseline, especially Winnie-Tana, who's the shortest man on the floor. You should be able to handle that responsibility one-on-one.
Thompson trying to get by Winnie-Tana on the other side. Foster, sidestep, three ball, off
wow.
the window and down.
Looks like there's quite a bit of contact, too, on the way down.
He might have been fouled. Fortunate it went in. Harmon hanging in the air, trying to contort his body. Big time three for Luka Foster, who's coming off the bench here tonight. Didn't look pretty, but it got the job done. 20 seconds into this possession, it's really gone nowhere. Back out, Winnie-Tana, quick trigger. Hasn't hit a three since that first half when he connected on all three. They're trying to extend this lead back out. They've been led by Thompson and Medlock. They're two guards who both have 15 apiece. And as much as we talked about Wasatch's guards and their stars not showing up, at least for the first half and few minutes of the second half, I mean, for Link.
Yeah.
Their two guys in the backcourt have been terrific.
They have, and just being able to also control the tempo and pace of this game and kind of steady the storm here late in this second half.
Medlock shimmies, tries to step through with the right hand, the soft finish. A little reversal.
He has terrific footwork. Even after he gets cut off, he has an array of moves that he can go to carve out space.
When Tana gets all the way in, they'll say foul on the floor.
He's again here. It's a mano-a-mano situation. He gets cut off, but sells the shot. Ball gets knocked down. He's able to kind of track it down with the momentum and get a nice finish around the basket.
You're counting with a nice finish in traffic, too. It's an endless motor, it feels like, for Carlos Medlock, Jr.
Yeah. Talking about playing for Tom Izzo, you need that endless motor. The way that they push the ball up and down the court, defensive energy that he demands from his point guards, I feel like that is a great fit. Medlock is going to have a terrific career in East Lansing.
How do you think he's going to be able to mesh and learn from the likes of a Jeremy Fears next year?
You know, you know, they play the same position, so obviously he's probably going to play behind him instead of alongside with him. But I mean, you look at just kind of the development in the program of Michigan State. There's been a lot of guys who didn't play a ton early on in their careers who just got better year by year by year and learned kind of under that program and under Coach Izzo and his staff. And that's definitely what Medlock is going to do no matter how many minutes he plays his freshman year. You're going to see him just kind of continue to get better and better each season.
Full court pressure on again after the made bucket. 4:50 to go, 7-point differential. Taj Ariza left alone on the wing. Second chance, Luka Foster. Lost it. Oh, what a giveaway. Ariza right there to clean up the mess. A dangerous pass cost Junior County.
On the offensive rebound, everybody boxed out for Wasatch, but nobody went for the basketball. So after you box out, you have to try to go track it down.
A turnover right underneath their own bucket. Bounce pass inside. Weegway got fouled. They'll get Cameron Barnes. That is 4 fouls on Link in this fourth quarter. That could have been a massive stop.
Yeah.
Deficit back at 7. They got the missed bucket. And Junior County with 2 hands on the basketball, too. Harmon's calling for the ball back. They go his way. Goes left on Barnes. No look pass into the corner. Winnie-Tana, no. And a foul on the rebound. Will go against Medlock. And for Medlock, that's his 4th foul. So he's got 4. Vuk Lazarevic, we haven't seen since he picked up his 4th. Still on the bench for Wasatch, and that's 5 fouls on the team. So that'll be free throws for the last 4 minutes and a second here.
When you get good dribble penetration and good spacing on the offensive end, and you force the defense to help. That puts them in a worser rebounding position to be able to box out, and Monsieur on the weak side is able to come over unaccounted for and gets the offensive rebound and draws a foul.
And I'm sure as Monsieur hits both that Paul Peterson has probably told his team, hey, if we can make this close late. Link is the worst free throw shooting team in the league. They shoot it just over 62% as a squad. They get the trap in the corner. And Medlock only had one option. That was to throw it off the nearest defender's foot. Paul Peterson's like, hey, they got him out of it. As close to the corner as you could put it.
Yeah, that's a good call right there from Coach Peterson.
He did move him a little bit.
If you're Link, you got to do everything in your power to not catch the ball in that coffin corner, because then that creates a third defender as you're getting trapped.
5 guys playing defense on the floor. 5 guys playing defense basically on the bench, it looks like, for Wasatch. Ariza lobs it inside. It's off the hands of Barnes. Not only a turnover, but one that comes early on in the shot clock.
If you're Ariza there, unless you have a surefire opportunity for a bounce pass, you got to bring that thing out up 7.
County down the baseline. That is last off of Link. Fortunate break there for the UConn commit. That wasn't another turnover, and Vuk Lazarevic is going to finally check back in. 4 fouls. There's only 3:40 left now. And Medlock not going to have his partner in the backcourt back out there too, and Davion Thompson. Getting physical underneath that bucket right now. Everybody fighting for real estate in a tight game late. Winner is on to the quarterfinals tomorrow night. Lazarevic right off the inbounds. Immediately that size pays off.
Yeah.
And he is a 75% free throw shooter. The 7'1" senior from Serbia. Only had 2 points and 3 rebounds last game. Came over from Eastern Europe over the summer. 2 big free throws here.
That's a difficult matchup for Trent Perry. Lazarevic missed the first free throw, but he comes in fresh now. I mean, he's been out for quite some time, so now if you're Perry, you got to box him out. You got to guard him on the post. That's a heavy task for this last 3 minutes and 42 seconds.
They get it back down to 2 possessions again. Well, defense for offense. Lazarevic with the 4 fouls back on the bench. Monsieur in for him. And it's going to be nothing but pressure the rest of the way. Almost got a 3-man trap there. Medlock able to burst ahead, beat it, and draw the foul. It's a tough team to force the issue with in the backcourt when they've got Medlock and Thompson moving.
Yeah. This Wasatch team makes it tough, though, because, I mean, they have great size in their backcourt. And so you've got 6'5", 6'4", pressuring you on the ball. That's a lot different. And along with that, you have Winnie Tonka, who's one of the grittiest players in the league.
Trent Perry drives left. Couldn't hit it off the window, but gets his own miss. Trent Perry with a big-time bucket. Just his 2nd of the night. County, a walk there. Monsieur triggers. They get the stop. Chance to get it back up to double digits. Thompson. No, but the putback dunk. Taj Ariza with the exclamation point. At one point in this fourth, the deficit for Wasatch was just 4, and now it's back up to 10. A couple of big-time offensive rebounds and putback buckets for Link. Starting to really use that athleticism on the offensive glass.
Well, one of the things, when you're pressing, if the team beats the press, now you have an outnumbered situation. So now you're playing 4-on-3 basketball as there's 2 trailers that we're trapping in the backcourt, and that leaves free runners to the offensive glass. And Taj Ariza doing a great job, not just being a bystander, but crashing and getting the finish with authority.
Ariza has been one of those X-Factor type guys tonight for Link Academy. 12 points to go with 5 rebounds. In just 21 minutes out there, he's got 5 buckets. None bigger than that one we just saw. 3 in double figures for both teams. With the deficit at 10 and just over 3 minutes to go. Wasatch is going to need to start hitting. They are 5 of 15 from 3 tonight. That's 33%. As a team, they shoot it at 40%, the best in the league, but they only make 6 a game. That is 16th. They're efficient. Usually the volume's not there. The volume might need to be there at this point now. 3 and change to go. Took so much energy to get it from a 19-point deficit down to 4. That's as close as they've gotten. Harmon trying to use the speed to turn the corner. Sets up County. And he drills the 3.
Beautiful play out of the timeout. It's a hammer play where you get that flare screen on the opposite side. It's hard play to guard if you're not going to switch it. And now we got a forced turnover. So now Wasatch 7-point deficit with only 2:42. Definitely manageable.
Get the big time 3 on a great ATO. They force the turnover. And they string together consecutive buckets now. Junior Conley finally has figured out the offensive game. But now he gets stripped away. Taj Ariza led the big time dunk. Trying to pick up the assisted transition. And he will help send Davion Thompson to the free throw line.
A good read from Thompson there. Recognizing the defender is trailing on that one and shows the shot fake and then leans his body backwards and take another look at it. And leans backwards a little bit to force that contact and draw the foul.
First foul against Chidi Wigwe. And the first free throw goes for Davion Thompson. And with Carlos Medlock Jr. led the show tonight. And gets them both. Clutch pair of free throws knocked down. He's up to 19 points. That is a game high. Harmon goes away from the screen with the left hand. Oh, gets it to fall. Latrell Harmon forcing the issue here late. That is just his 3rd field goal.
How about for Thompson? He's only taken 7 shots, too. To have those type of numbers, that's pretty impressive.
He is 8 of 9 from the free throw line. Might be relied upon late and just gets into a free throw battle. Medlock got fouled from behind. Just 5 on the shot clock.
That's why guard play is just so important as Thompson checks back in for offense. Even if you have a lead and the team starts storming back, you need somebody to steady the storm a little bit. And that's exactly what Medlock and Davion Thompson have done, just providing pivotal buckets to kind of stop the momentum from Wasatch.
And that was a big call because the shot clock resets from 5 all the way up to 30. It was the 4th foul on Latrell Harmon, too. Oh, great cut from the top of the key and the layup for Carlos Medlock.
Another high basketball IQ play, flashing to the open spots as Wasatch is trying to double team.
Wigwe into the corner, Monseal. And there's only 73 seconds left now. Lead back to 9. No reason to hurry and force it if you're Link. It's another trap, though. He could have caught in tough spots. Got timeouts to burn, though. And Medlock, I mean, this is a veteran cut from the logo at center court.
I mean, Reese is in trouble here. I mean, he's kind of caught on that sideline, and Medlock saves the day and makes himself available for the easy pass to the middle and a nice right-handed drive. And to the point about the guards, I mean, you looked at college basketball this season. I mean, Duke, who just blew a huge lead against UConn. What was the biggest reason? I mean, you got young guards, Caleb Foster, who was injured. You know, you had Caden Boozer, who doesn't have a ton of collegiate experience, and so that's why it's so big to have experienced guards in these moments.
Down by 9. There's only 65 seconds left. Game that's been really dominated from Link. They have had the advantage for 28 minutes and 16 seconds. They've trailed for 25 seconds in a game that has only had 2 late changes, and they came early on. I'm hoping to see this one out and get a date with Dynamic Prep tomorrow night. But this Link Academy team on paper is absolutely loaded. We talked about the recruits going to Michigan State, a duo. You got a Kansas commit, an Oregon commit, Gonzaga commit, Mississippi State commit. All those guys are seniors too.
Right.
As experience as you can find at this level. And another 5-second call, the second tonight against Link. They had a timeout to burn too. That's a turnover you can't have happen at this juncture. The time to start hoisting the threes.
You got to get good ones. You can't just start hoisting them. You got to get quality looks.
Harmon with the crossover off the glass and good. Harmon's up to 6 points now. Or 8 with that last bucket. Got to foul quickly if you're not getting a steal. Time running low, trying to get the trap. And a reach-in foul.
I was with you, Max. I think you get one good trap, and if you don't get it, you got to foul.
Still one more foul until free throws. They had one to give. And for Catrell Harmon, that's massive because that was his 5th foul. He's out, Winnie Tana's in, and we will not see Catrell Harmon again tonight. With less than 40 to play, Link is on the cusp. He's trying to kill out this clock. Wasatch still not fouling, and finally Winnie Tana gives it. His 2nd foul, and this will be free throws for a Link team that tonight is shooting at 75%, far above their season average.
It took a little bit too long for Wasatch to foul on that possession. And I also felt like it took a little bit too long for them to get that initial trap, too. I think that trap has to come right away, and then if you don't get it, you foul. And then in that situation, as Medlock makes the first, you're only taking 5 or 6 seconds off the clock.
Medlock's perfect from the line. He's over 20 points now, too. Link averages just under 68 points a game. And now they found their way back to 68 despite the slow start. And now it is desperation time where you need the threes to start coming in waves. Wasatch has been held below 60 points to this stage. They've actually forced 16 turnovers. That's been part of the comeback effort for the Tigers. They're +3 in that department. They just haven't been nearly as efficient as Link has been. Link team has only made 1 3 in the second half, but 7 in the first half was massive.
Assuming that Link is able to hold on here, I like the prospects of guys that Link has that can guard multiple positions. You talk about Marcus Spears Jr., one of the best players in the country. I mean, they got multiple bodies. I mean, Ariza, 6'10", Trent Perry can guard multiple positions. So, I mean, I like the matchup that Link could have going up against Dynamic Prep.
Bonseal back to Winnie Tana. Can't waste any more time. Sidesteps into a 3. It swirls out. Perry's got it. And now you got a foul. Oh, poked away by Wigwe. Bonseal pulls. Tipped around. Ariza's there, and that should do it. His 7th rebound to go with 12 points. There's so many different guys that can beat you for this Link team. Much more in the depth department than Wasatch. That's been on display. And they can just heist this game away now. Taj Ariza at 8 and 7 last game, but even better here tonight. And that putback dunk on the second chance opportunity minutes ago felt like it might have been the nail in the coffin. Doesn't take anything away from a great comeback effort in the second half. From down 19 to down 4 for Wasatch, but certainly the better team tonight is going to come away with the victory. It's been all Link really all night long, with the exception of maybe a 5 or 6 minute window when he totted straight away. That's his 4th triple. But it's too little, too late. Link Academy wins this opening round matchup, and they move on to the quarterfinals and a date tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with Dynamic Prep. It's the 10th seed going on to face number 2 tomorrow.
This is a tough 10 seed to go up against. If you're Dynamic Prep, you talk about this backcourt. Combined 39 points tonight, just getting it done on the offensive end, shot making, creation, weathering the storm as Wasatch try to make that comeback. Guards win in the postseason, and Link definitely has 2 of the best in the country.
We came in the open talking about 2 of the most efficient offenses in the entire Nike EYBL Scholastic. Davion Thompson was that in microcosm tonight. 17 points on 7 total field goal attempts. He hit 3 threes, and the Lions are marching on here in Fishers, Indiana. A first-round win. They are right back to work in about just over 24 hours. Folks out of Branson, Missouri, taking on Dynamic Prep tomorrow. You can catch that game on ESPNU, 8 Eastern Time. And every spot but one now locked up in the quarterfinals. Only 1 spot remains. Who's going to take on the number 1 seed AZ Compass tomorrow night? And we'll find out shortly in this matchup between Spire Academy and Archbishop Stepinac. We got a ton of size and a ton of quality. Those 2 teams have hit the floor. They're warming up, and that matchup is coming up next here on League Ready.